Hi, I'm Susan, and welcome to Being Mindful. Today's meditation is focused on getting energized. And in the process of working through that, I also had the wonderful pleasure of having yard workers outside my window. And so at the same time that I guide you through creating some energy in your body, I also address the fact that sometimes there are sounds in our lives that we'd rather not have, but we can welcome them into the practice too. Let's get started. Is start by inviting you to keep your eyes open for a moment and to move your body, right? So we sit in our chairs at work all day long. And so just do a quick scan and see what is happening in your body and if there are any points of tension, and just move in whatever way would feel good to you right now. Might be a gentle stretching, you might need to stand up. It's all good. And by actually doing things that make us feel good at the beginning of a meditation, our brains begin to associate feeling good with meditation. So this isn't good. It's not only good for making us feel good right this second, but this sort of movement, feeling good, can be a positive trigger for meditation. Now, sometimes we can't feel as good as we want to feel, but at least we're allowing ourselves some freedom of movement. And that movement can sort of help with the lethargy that we can feel from sitting in front of our desks all day. For some of us, it might be toward the beginning of our day, and for others, we're in the middle or coming toward the end. And so we take a moment to just acknowledge what has already happened in this day, to allow that swirl of memory and doing to exist, but be set to the side just a little bit. And likewise, whatever is coming up that we are looking forward to or dreading, we can set that aside as well so that we can become focused and present to what's happening right now. And we do that many times with our senses. And so I'll invite you, you can keep your eyes open if you want to. If it's easier for you to focus by closing your eyes, that is fine too. But especially if you're feeling lethargic, keeping your eyes open can help you to stay engaged and focused. And so let's do our normal thing of just noticing where we are in contact with the floor or the chair. And sounds happen. Sounds happen to me, and sounds happen to you. And these sounds are only a problem because we make them so. We judge our experiences and we label them as distractions or problems. But really, sounds and thoughts and physical feelings and emotions are all part of what's happening in the present moment. And so when a sound or a physical sensation or a thought threatens to carry us away, the practice is to notice it and bring the focus back. And so we can notice what's happening in our bodies. We notice the breath that is present for us, even when we're not paying attention to it. We can notice where it feels the most prominent in our body. And as we try to work on increasing our energy and focus during this practice, we might notice aspects of our body that are feeling tired. So maybe that is a point of attention, that we're just sort of having that sinking feeling. Or there may be an aspect, a point in the body that feels not right. And we're just allowing whatever's happening, whatever is coming up into our awareness, that we explore that with curiosity. What's happening is happening, whether we like it or not. And so we're just allowing ourselves to explore it and see what's there. And our minds may wander, trying to be helpful, reminding us of things that we have done in the past, or thinking ahead to what is coming. And when that happens, we can notice where the mind went and practice bringing the mind back to the point of focus. We're simply noticing what's happening in the body. And if there isn't some feature or aspect of what's happening in the body that's holding your attention, you can always come back to the breath. Noticing where it feels the most prominent, or following the breath from the time it enters the body to that little pause that happens between the in-breath and the out-breath, and then following the out-breath as it moves and is released from the body. And if the body wants to move to feel more comfortable or to feel less sluggish, movement is okay. And we might take a moment to notice what the mind is doing, right? There's this part of us that is observing, and another part of us that is likely thinking, judging, labeling. And so we might take a moment to notice where the mind is located, whether it's a past focus, thinking about something that has already happened, or whether our minds are trying to prepare us for what is to come. And the very act of observing what the mind is doing brings us right back to the present moment. And wherever our mind was or is or goes is not a problem. It's not a failure. It's not something that needs to be fixed. If we're feeling a little sluggish still, we can try breathing more deeply. Fully expanding the lungs, allowing the belly to expand as well. Holding that breath ever so slightly and allowing the exhale to last even longer than the inhale. A deep breath allows oxygen to come into our bodies and feed our cells, helps us to wake up and be more alert. And that longer exhale encourages the parasympathetic nervous system to counteract any feelings of stress or anxiety. These deep breaths feed us and sustain us. With an in-breath, we might hold ourselves a little more upright. And with the out-breath, sort of dropping the body and allowing a little bit of relaxation. Allowing the sounds and the thoughts, the physical sensations to come and go, move as they will. And as we approach the end of this practice, once again, we can become present to the sensation of the body supported by the chair or the ground. And we can move again in whatever ways would feel good. We can begin to stretch, wiggle the fingers and the toes. If the eyes have been closed, we can open them and begin to take in our surroundings. And begin that re-entry back into whatever the rest of the day brings. Thanks for being with me today. I hope that that was a helpful practice for you to maybe get some movement going, to expand your lungs and take in some oxygen, but also to deal with the little things that happen along the way, such as sounds in our environments that keep us from focusing on what we want to focus on. If you're not already subscribed, I hope that you'll consider doing that and becoming part of the community. Thanks and have a great day.